Steve and Jerry.
Okay, so since the way of the vote for
others
Trump,
were telling me, Mark,
and
they
he's
were
mouthing
so
off,
involved
this is Manuel now.
that I thought that they were going to attack us. I thought they would, if we didn't do this at the time we did it, I think they had in mind to attack us.
During the
If you notice, they did something
exploration of
very foolish,
Fayette,
very stupid, I would say. They
because
attacked their neighbors. And the
Trump
neighbors
is
were
a white president
largely
in the
neutral,
Phi angle,
or at least weren't going to
and
be
that's what he's
involved.
mouthing off right now about that in that angle with me, as I
And it had the reverse
explained that in the
effect.
fight to him.
Came onto our
Second
side and
split
started
to me
attacking
wording
them,
it.
and
Second
actually
split to
quite
video,
successful.
which is actually quite
You
a
look at
explanation
Saudi
of the
Arabia,
lipping to Trump to
You
me.
look at UAE,
In the live angle that I
Qatar,
used to in KTLA to make me an English
but
breakfast.
they were strong and they were smart.
With a
They
notice,
got
the English
attacked.
breakfast is the
Nobody-
same thing
when
as
I first
American
heard it,
breakfast,
I said, no, somebody made a mistake.
but with a muffin.
There was no mistake.
There was no
UAE
mistake. I made the
had over
blueberry
1,000
to chocolate
missiles shot at it, knocked
fumble.
almost all down. On the very first day I came
Almost all
down
that.
the escalator in 2015,
Because
I
in
said,
America, there's so many
quote,
big asses
I
with
will
wages
stop
that
Iran from getting nuclear
if you get the
weapons.
wrong muffins,
And all I'm
then you
doing
have to
is
walk back
keeping
and forth.
my
You may end up
promise.
with
Think of
your
that. That was in 2015.
muffin hand.
I said it. It was a threat then, a much bigger
It's a
threat
threat
now.
then, it's a threat
But no
now.
longer a threat, not for a long time anyway.
It's crazy people.
We want to keep it that way. As we continue Operation Epic Fury, we're also focused on keeping
Yeah,
energy
MMA,
and oil
Triple
flowing
X,
to the world.
basketball.
And I will not allow a terrorist regime to hold the world hostage. And
What was that? What was that chatting right now?
To do that, they'll get hit at a much, much harder level. I will take out those targets that were easy.
What is that? I don't know,
That I
dude.
mentioned just before. We'll take them out so quickly.
But Trump is
they'll
right
never
now
be able to recover.
I don't know about that.
If they want to play that
Heavily.
game, they better not play that game. In the long run, oil supplies will be
But then I don't know.
more secure without the threat of Iranian ships, drones, missiles,
Okay, there it is.
nuclear menace,
2 minutes into turning on the
or
TV,
anything. So the
the
Strait
headline
of
to it.
Hormuz is going to.
I'm doing that. I'm doing that. I'm doing this
Ships
episode.
there. We have the best equipment in the world, inspecting for mines.
Well, right now it's happening that
Most of
Trump
the
could
ships
really
are
look
down
at this,
the bottom of the
that
sea,
content
but
to
we
that
we will hit them so
angle.
hard.
How so? Some
that
people in the
it
media
will
will
not
say,
be possible
well,
for
because Trump does
anybody
understand that the
else
media upload
to
does
ever
expand to
recover
the
that
globe,
section of the world. They do it.
and the fire in the
In
globe,
recent years,
and the globe
the
fire again,
regime
back and
has
forth.
Terror proxies have launched attacks on hundreds of
If
commercial
not, you would just have
vessels.
people at on fire
We're putting
term.
an end to all of this threat
At
once
fire.
and for all, and
To
the
fire.
result will be lower oil prices, oil and gas
And
prices.
that what is
for
that stupid
American
lines,
families.
and
We've
then
done that. We've done it. We brought it very low. This was just
me
an excursion
thinking
into
directly
something
clearly every fucking day, all the fucking time, like I'm a married man, and then it gives me no final outcome if it has an open end, like he would say, dumb, if any third party still shows up as to anything at all. Per se, if I'm about to get into my video game,
alongside of them for protection. We don't think it'll be.
I find all of everything irrelevant.
And if they do anything, the price will
You know, like the police caution lines.
will be.
I'm pretty sure they're out there, and I'm pretty sure they will be out there.
Because you have to keep the straits flowing. With all of that, it affects other countries much more than it does the United States. It doesn't really affect us. We have so much oil. We have tremendous oil and gas.
But in the Iranians right
Much
now.
more than we need. We have Venezuela now as our new partner.
Into
Great
the distance,
partner.
Venezuela.
Worked out so wonderful. We're working with the administration, the president,
Midterm,
and it's a massive source
second midterm those
of oil,
off.
gas, everything. But
Need for speed.
we're in a very good position, but very unfair to other
Those
parts
are-
of the world, like China as an
are
example.
none
We're
of them.
doing this for the other parts
So
of
it's
the world.
very rough for everybody right now. Everybody would say very rough if they turn into the Iranian wars and oil and stuff like that. Yeah.
So we're doing this. We have a very good relationship with President Xi.
Very rough
China
because
going there a short period of time
per se going about very detailistic matters
from what these
by the Phi way,
politics are
by the
trying to do.
presidential way, is
And
very
we're
much
successful,
very
I
fancy.
might add. We're also waiving
Unless
some
everybody is very
sanctions
rough,
to reduce prices.
very roughly.
So we have sanctions on some countries. We're going to take.
At which point we end up with nothing
until the Strait-
very intricate,
Then who knows? Maybe we won't.
very
have
elaborate.
so much peace.
We end up with very much
But when the
nothing,
time comes,
and that
US
nothing
Navy and its
by line
partners
of
will escort tankers
at
through the
Iran
Strait if needed.
at the gas station.
I hope it's not going to be needed, but if it's needed, we'll escort them right through.
But that is
And
that.
we have the greatest mine sweeping ability. We have the greatest ships and all of them, we know exactly.
It's a whole bunch of
where
other
they're
fancy
placed.
stuff
We
to
gotta
watch,
run them
but
very
none of
fast,
it
but
was a big
we hope we don't have any of
headline.
that. And again,
All
if
that
they do
matters.
that,
Forever
then
sticking in our,
we're gonna
permeating
get
ourselves
them
and our
vaccine.
peoples in our minds.
So
That,
we're winning very.
now we're not going to midterm,
We're
second
winning ahead of
midterm.
schedule. It's our military.
It's going head punch right now to Trump. Took out Maduro. Took out Iran.
Like it. Iran's a very powerful country. They were going to take over the
Took out the
Middle
war.
East. If we did
Took
not
out the
hit
war.
that,
Took out
they were
Venezuela.
going to
Took
take
out
over.
Iran,
They
dude.
had thousands and thousands since their
In
last
5
hit.
minutes right now.
They had thousands and thousands of missiles and everything else. Most are now destroyed.
Yeah, this quote unquote
They were going to take over the Middle East.
public
Those weapons were aimed
alien
at
Jimmy Kimmel.
Middle Eastern countries that had nothing to do with this.
5
They were
minutes
gonna take
into it,
over
6
the Middle
minutes
East and
into
they were
it.
going to try and destroy Israel. So we stopped it with good
Because
timing.
this level of interpreting
We're very
at
proud to
long
be
range,
involved in this, and it's going to be ended
back
soon.
page,
And if it starts up again,
like, oh my god, when did it start? 2012. Dun, dun, dun.
thank you very much for being here. Go ahead, any questions?
Guess what? All those natural disasters
Thank you.
predictions.
Thank you so much.
Go ahead.
Do you approve of Iran's new supreme leader? And secondly, can you tell us more about your call with Russian President Vladimir Putin today?
Yes.
What did you discuss?
Rough.
Yes, I had a very good call with President Putin. We had a lot of people on the line
Tweak?
from our side.
Could we say on that coverage?
We were talking about
I don't think
Ukraine,
that tweak.
which is just a never-ending fight.
Headlines only. Again, that's how we may end up with headlines only.
This hatred between.
And that's it. It can go very idealistic.
They can't seem to.
Because it's very general, Iran, and tweak. Very general. It could be very detailed, but it could be very rough also.
And he wants to.
You see, that's it. That's it right there, right
I
there.
said, you could be more helpful.
In this global upload,
getting
it just
the
goes.
Ukraine-Russia war over with.
I didn't get my UFC post though. It was a massive hit
And he wants to be very constructive.
on UFC.
Please. Yeah, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. On Iran, you called it an excursion. You said it would be over soon. Are you thinking this week it will be over?
No,
You're talking
soon.
about days?
I think so.
Okay, and with respect
Very soon. Look, everything they have is gone, including their leadership. In fact, they have 2 levels of leadership, and even actually, as it turns out, more than that. But 2 levels of leadership are gone. Most people.
Okay, right now we're doing
heard
Twisted
about
Head with
leaders
the
that they're
UFC,
talking
but-
about. So it's obviously been very, very powerful, very effective.
to Cuba, you said that Cuba wants to make a deal.
Yes.
What would the United States get in return for that? And why should Americans
We're supposed to be speaking terms. What's the matter of everything?
Marco Rubio is doing a great job. I think he's going to go down as the greatest Secretary of State in history. Look at what we've done as a
Oh, Marky Rubin, I was doing the test.
presidency. Look at what we've done as an administration. They trust Marco, and so do the American people trust. He's been successful no matter where he's been. He also speaks the language, which is always nice and always helpful.
So
But
that's
he's dealing, and it may be
the national security
friendly
lines.
takeover, it may not be
When I can show more of my
matter, because they're really,
place.
they're down to, as they say, fumes. They have no energy, they have no money.
And that is the State of the Union and the presidential updates together. Like what? On the
We
internet.
don't want to see that, but they were very, very bad to a lot of people, as you know, and a lot of people living the Cuban American vote, which I got at record levels. Very important. Those people are very important to me. I know what they went through. They went through hell. Some of them have gone on to be some of the most successful people in the country. Cuban American business people, some of them are like the most successful in the country. And a lot of them are friends of mine because I've been fighting this battle with them for a long time. The Castro regime was brutal, but they lived off Venezuela. Now they don't live off Venezuela. It sends them no energy, no fuel, no oil, no money, no nothing. They lived without Venezuela. They couldn't have made it. And we cut them off from everything else. So, they're going to make either a deal or we'll do it just as easy anyway. Yeah. Please. Go ahead.
Strike and a Tomahawk missile.
Yeah, if I walk away and I return with a summary,
will the Americans
Tomahawk
accept
missile.
any responsibility?
Well,
I'm gonna let you flow.
And I will say that the Tomahawk, which is one of the most
Right now.
powerful
Right now
weapons
it's
around, is used by
about 3 p.m.
sold and used by other countries, you know that.
Okay.
And whether it's
No level the gas
Iran,
prices
who also has
with what we're up
tomahawks,
to.
I wish they had more.
Yeah. Gas prices while we're up to
Whether it's
3
Iran or somebody else, the fact that a tomahawk is very generic, it's sold to other countries, but that's being investigated right now. Yeah, please.
Thank you. Mr. President, you said the war is, quote, very complete, but your defense secretary says this is just the beginning. So which is it, and how long should Americans be
Well, I
prepared
think you
for
could
this
say
war
it
to
both.
last?
It's the beginning of building a new country, but they have no Navy, they have no Air Force, they have no anti-aircraft equipment, it's all been blown up, they have no radar, they have no telecommunications, and they have no leadership. It's all gone.
And if I want to talk about the five,
So, you know, you can look
in
at that
general,
statement. We
in general,
we could
global
call it
population,
a tremendous success right now.
And put in those
I
languages
could call it,
in
or we
card-
could go
card
further.
arrangement.
And
You
we're
see?
gonna go further.
We put them
But
together like that.
the big risk
The languages
of that
department,
war has been over
Iran is
50
being
days.
fight
Like
being
the
dealt with.
in the first
and
2
also in the
days,
fire department,
when you think
Iran
about
is
it,
fight dealing
it's
with the
incredible. We
USA.
wiped out a big navy, very powerful navy. You know, these were serious ships. These were ships that you buy when you want to win battles. They're all on the bottom floor. The sailors are all running off the ships. They refuse to get on the ships. The Air Force is gone. Everything's gone. The missiles are down to a trickle. The drones are down to probably 25%, and they'll soon be down to nothing. We'll have where they manufacture the drones are under fire as we speak. They're being hit. So the rest is going to be determination as to my attitude, along with the people in the Trump administration, what we want to do. Thank you. Yeah, please.
Can I ask you, you mentioned you were going to waive certain additional oil waivers or sanctions. Can you talk a little bit more about that and address in particular?
Well, we're looking to keep the oil prices down. We went artificially up because of this excursion into a very positive thing. I mean, this was an excursion that a lot of people.
For you say late right now, it's for you say late shout outs.
If I did this, and they've gone up probably less than I thought they'd go up, but I don't think anybody thought we were going to be this quickly successful. This was a military success, the likes of which people haven't seen. We have the best military. We have the best equipment. We have, I believe, the best generals. We have the best. And this went very quickly. We talked about that with President Putin. He was very impressed with what he saw because nobody's ever seen anything quite like it. You know, Iran was a very powerful military country with all of the missiles. Now, you had the double attack. You had the original attack with us in Israel, and that knocked them for a loop. Then you had the B-2 bombers, which took out their nuclear capability, and they would have had a nuclear weapon within 2 weeks to 4 weeks. And they would have used it long before this press conference.
Believe it or not, UCLA Hollywood
Press conference, and we had a
capable
press
of.
conference at all.
Oh, I don't know about my stocks,
But it's been
their
amazing.
stocks,
The
my stocks, their
military
stocks.
success that we've had
Right now, UCLA
is
Hollywood.
truly unprecedented.
Unprecedented of that amount of
colleagues that you will
of-
not sign
of West
any piece
Brain
legislation until the Save America Act is
to the
passed.
New York
Does
status.
that include the confirmation of Senator Mullen as your next DHS secretary? Does that mean a DHS funding bill? And Senator Thune said today, it's not a matter of whether or not your Republican colleagues agree with the policy, it's about changing the process. In other words, getting rid of the filibuster to get there.
So in order to get it, you're going to need Democrat votes. And what we're saying is the Save America, not the SAVE Act, which nobody knew what it was, the Save America Act. The Save America Act. And that's voter ID. We want voter ID. When a voter, we want to be able to see a picture of the voter. We want to be able to see that the voter is legitimate. We want, very importantly, confirmation that this voter is a citizen of the United States of America, and we want no mail-in ballot scams. So we have exceptions for the military, for sick, for disabled, and for people that are away, business trips or whatever. Even vacations will be very liberal in that. We've added 2 things to it: no men and women's sports and no transgender mutilization of our children. We don't want it's mutilization of our children, and we don't want that. So we added those two things. That's the 5 points. We have 5 very good points. It polls at 86% with Democrats. Think of that. The overall vote is 86%. With Republicans, it's 98%. And the only one opposed to it is a Democrat leadership because they cheat. They want to cheat. So we added those 2 points. We're going for the goal, and we're going to have to fight like hell. Now, certain things will happen, certain things will take place. I'm here to do a great job for the country, but we don't have a country if we're going to have elections that are so corrupt and so dishonest like we've witnessed over the last
Pues right now,
period of time.
en este momento, you can say that this show, this episode could draw you in mega amounts of concentration, just like that. Nobody has that contenido.
A system
Trump.
of mail-in ballots like
Trump.
we have. No other country in the world. France went away from it.
No tiene
You know why?
traducción.
Because it's corrupt.
What is
And
traduction is going to Iran.
Frankly, I think it's probably the best
Okay,
thing
let's face it, Glow.
He said you can't
In this
have
showmanship,
voting
this show is going directly to Iran.
dishonest, and it's turned out to be totally
Pull that
dishonest.
train through.
For it.
Pull that star train track through the earth to Iran.
Activated any sleeper
But you have to
cells
go
inside
America,
the US.
South America, Northern Europe, South Africa, East China, and then back into the Middle East.
Very much on top of it.
In English
One of
mode.
the things we have to do is get the Democrats.
For
to
16
stop
minutes,
the Democrats.
Emmanuel goes, aha, as I'm going, aha, in that language, in that level, even without the
Which
fight.
tells you they
That
probably hate
big,
our
that
country
big.
a lot. But the Democrats have to open that up. But we've got very, very good intelligence into that. We know a lot of different things that have happened that have been very bad. A lot of them came in during the Biden open border period, but we have them under. We've got them. We're watching every single one of them. Yeah, we know a lot about them. The biggest problem we have is the Democrat shutdown. We know a lot about them, but the shutdown doesn't allow us to do what we have to do.
Do you have to take him out? Does he have a target on his back?
You mean the new supreme leader? You mean the son?
How can there be an Iran?
Well, I
I'm
don't
going
know
to
if I
go in
would
and
say
out.
that, but,
Makes a scene.
you know, I was disappointed because
That's for the
we
American
think
angle.
it's going to
A
lead
lot.
to just more of the same problem for the country. So I was disappointed to see their choice.
And that's a big bill. That's a big bill right there.
Thank you, sir. You said you have someone in mind to be the new Iranian leadership, if not the Ayatollah's son. What are you looking for in that person? Are you looking at someone internal, given that you just said that their leadership has been
I like the
decimated
idea
by
of
now?
you know.
Well, yeah, Manuel used the term takeout.
Come
To
think of
kill
it.
and
But I
to
like
take
the
out to
idea
eat.
of, internal, because it works well. I mean, I think we've proven.
And the
that
president
so
is
far.
directly talking
In
about that.
Venezuela, we have
He's talking about
Delcy,
the kill
who has been
on public
president of the
global
country, very respected, very
translations.
doing a great job.
Now, very genuine in
And
my
it's, you know,
micrófono.
no disruption. We had,
El
as you
muerte.
remember, Iraq.
Sin,
Where everybody got fired.
sin
The
ties
military got fired. The police got fired.
de Iran.
The politicians got
With
fired.
Trump.
There was no.
Iran.
And you know what they turned into? ISIS.
Sí, así.
We don't want that. We
Clásico.
don't want that. So I would like to see people that are inside go. Now they talk about.
Oh, Trump getting
Saddam
he wants
Hussein.
more. He wants
They
more.
talk
Así,
about
así,
other
así.
people, but you know, hasn't been there in many, many years. We have
More
a
Slider Pro.
formula that's been very good
Slider
so
Pro.
far, and I think it'll continue to be good. The relationship is extraordinary with Venezuela.
Okay.
Smart country. We've taken out 100 million barrels of oil
Against Slider Pro.
right now in Houston, being taken care of and made so
Very
beautiful. And you have to see this at work.
Mm-hmm.
They have it's brought to the refineries.
Yeah, there's no search on
Refined
kills. On kills.
Houston, which is made exactly for that.
That is
product.
that. That is the deal.
And
Iran
so
would
far,
not.
But it's 100 million barrels of oil.
Will
and
come
now they have another
price to
100
kill.
million
Yeah.
barrels coming. And it's like a partnership. We're getting along so well with them. It's great for Venezuela and it's great for the United States.
There you hear President Trump speaking to the Congressional Institute. It's Republican lawmakers at his golf club in Florida on this 10th day after the U.S. and Israel struck Iran. He said, "We have won in many ways, but not enough," saying that the
You know,
US
I got in some of that
is more
censorship by
determined
Trump.
than ever
He can just.
to achieve ultimate
But right now,
victory.
I'm definitely
Moreover,
not
understand the
tripping,
president
Trump
also
tripping
said that
on
he
my
knew
throat
that
act.
oil prices would go up
I'm not gonna
if he
sing
attacked Iran, and that
for
did
2
happen,
hours
as
at a
Americans
stadium
continue to wonder how
for
much
pay.
more will this
I have to
go
just
on
translate
before we
and
start to
cover
see prices
for
fall
Trump.
again at the pump.
Yeah, and he characterized the U.S.
They're
as
as high as
moving
acts because
decisively and way ahead of
if I show up
schedule
at your
in its
house
conflict
right
with
now
Iran,
and
saying that
let's
it's
say
going
like we're
to be
gonna
ended
fuck or
soon.
babies,
He wouldn't
and,
specify
no.
exactly when a reporter
Everybody
was
has
going
his
to
families.
commit to, this week, and he
when?
said he wouldn't give a date, but he said soon. Also seeking to
What about
reassure
Trump?
over oil prices, he said that crucial Strait of Hormuz will remain safe, saying the U.S. Navy will escort U.S. partners through the Strait of Hormuz if needed. This, of course, borders Iran. 20% of global supply flows through this
And then the
area
TV
and has
synchronizing.
effectively been halted during this
When some
war.
people-
So
some
a
people
lot of news
get,
coming out there,
and the
we're going to
guest
continue to follow it. For now, we're going to
the
take a quick
gist.
break. We'll be right back.
KTLH I'm at 10, brought to you by the Dominguez Firm. Injury Lawyers. 800-77. 800, all sevens.
I'm attorney Juan Dominguez. At the Dominguez Firm, we work as a family.